bloody joke to you, isn't it? Stupid drugs from the sick and suffering.
Hey, what's up, lady?
Good evening, miss.
Good evening,
Oh, she's
sir.
got a little flower.
Are you interested in a miraculous
What?
cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is
Wow.
all you need to
Mod
keep you in
spam.
perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies?
I'm a doctor.
I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
I don't believe you.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is
Intrigued?
something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
Mute florist?
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Yeah, can I smell your flower?
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody
I already
bastard
killed him.
remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
He's dead.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane?
He's real dead.
Pembroke Hospital. I'd like to know more about
I didn't even have to
I
hear
don't
anything
like to
about
talk
him.
about
He's dead.
competition.
competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort
Yeah,
of
get
medical
some
care to the
soy
poor.
lamp.
The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Hey, Drunken Lizard, congratulations. I know where you live because I write you letters because you're a patron. So you're good to go. You just got to tell me what flavor you want and what size t-shirt, and I will get you some Soylent. I'm personally fond of the chocolate, but obviously whatever flavor you feel like, you can have. So you can try some. I know you're wanting to.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
So she has opium, potassium pergamate, codeine, sodium hypochlorite solution. I'm just going to buy all of this. Because I always run out of that. I always run out of that.
Even the flu is no match for the
Sweet. Well, I'm
Swanborough
glad that you
cordial.
did. It's always likely that a sub will win because we have more. They have more luck going in, but we've had a lot of non-subs win things before too. It's just random. Although sometimes I think that Nightbot isn't as random as I would like it to be. Here we go. Hey, Chaotic.
What? What do you want? Leave me alone.
No.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed.
I refuse.
I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
No,
I'm
not
afraid
goodbye.
this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
Mr. Doctor, that's my new name. Mr.
To
Doctor.
enter that house, I must discover who this man really... I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
No time for you, sir. We have to investigate his actions? What the fuck does that mean? How the fuck am I supposed to do that? How do I investigate this guy's actions? Doctor who? Ha
It's locked.
ha 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 ha. Okay, well, so I lost the trail after meeting with some shady gang member. Luckily, I found a useful hint on a man's corpse, some sort of coupon for a free medical exam. The flyer is written in English and Romanian. The owners of the voucher are invited to find one Darius Petrescu's house and ask for Dorothea. Okay, well, I did that, and he just said, fuck off. Bug his phone. People don't have phones in this day and age. Maybe I can just sneak in through the window. Hello? I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello? Hello? My coffee machine just surprised me. So now I'm just kind of like wandering around. I figure I'll run into people in this area that like... I also know that there's probably a place I can sleep in this area because it said that there's a... It said that there's like what's it called? A safe house around here.
No match for the Swanborough cordial.
So I gotta find that, I think.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Where, oh where is my safe house gone? Oh where could it be? I could eat some rats. Y'all know I'm all about eating those rats. Love me some rats. Yum. Yum. I'm kidding. Let's find this safe house. Is this motherfucker dead? Yeah, this motherfucker is dead. I already been here? I loved the ball pythons. I almost got one when I was a kid. Oh, this is Whitechapel again? I don't want to go back to Whitechapel. I don't want... I'm really confused about this whole area. Everything looks the same. So. Oh, there's a... dead person! Yeah! And evidently I can go up here. Is this where the safe house is? Ah, is this where the safe house is?
It's locked, all right.
What do you mean it's locked? Mother of God. Fucking locked my ass. Okay. Where is... There, it's around here. The hideout is around here. Is this... It's in this, like, general area.
I cannot enter.
I can't... Ah! Okay, where the fuck else?
Hello,
Hi.
young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask
That's
you
just
a
how
few
East London
questions.
is.
May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Let me in.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then?
Oh, is this...
Okay then.
Oh, is this the guy that was in the hospital?
I'm Harry, by the way. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Can I talk to him? Let me take a look at my, like, people map here. Citizen menu, Whitechapel. Dorothy's a pillar. I've met Loretta. Harry Peterson, he's got fatigue. Benjamin Palmer has a migraine. Albert Palmer has fatigue. Darius Petrescu has bronchitis. That's why it's so fucking serious around here. Gonna take all your shit.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
How do you feel?
I'm fine.
I feel like shit.
I mean, it's
Everyone's
not easy
dying.
every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. only I could be tough, like.
Like your daddy?
Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Wow. Wow.
Forgive my bluntness, young man,
He doesn't like his
but
dad.
you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I?
It's horrible.
I never wanted
Hi,
to come
Peter
here in
Nerd.
the first place.
Yay, I'm so
My
excited.
father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
No, this looks like a horrible place to live. At least you have a place to call home.
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home.
Yeah. Type
Many
Astro in
people here
chat
are
to
not
get
as
some
lucky.
That's
chance
exactly
to win
what
some
my
of
father
these.
says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
I mean, why don't you just leave then?
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just
String a
leave
lizard, if
this
you win
place?
2 in one day, that's gonna be the
Have you ever
craziest.
spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing.
I went
saw
outside one
terrible
time.
Things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I
I'm not afraid
also
of
would stay at
disease or
home all
death,
day.
Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Goodbye, young man.
I mean, don't listen.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, subs have a lot of extra luck for the headset giveaway because it's a rather expensive item to be handed to you for free, and I want to give it to someone who helps to support me in my living. So, yeah. Is this a place where I can go to sleep? Does he have like a workshop table? Can I make medicine for all these jerks?
It's locked, all right.
Job refusal letter. Dear Mr. Peterson, it's my duty to inform you of our refusal to accept your application for a job at the dockyard. I must thank you for the time spent at our office explaining the difficulty of your situation with your ill boy and the loss of your beloved wife, but it's also my duty to point out the policy of our company, which expressly reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Your unfortunate connections with the ill-famed wet boot boys have been duly noted. These are hard times, sir, and Finch and Harper intend to reward first the candidates who pass the small inquiry we like to conduct about our future employees. You have my deepest sympathy, and may God be with you and your family. Oh, shit. Wait, what? If you ever suspect someone to be a vampire, don't try to kill it yourself. You got no chance. Instead, contact me, or try to inform a professional vampire hunter. Fuck. Clarence Crossley. I don't like that guy. That guy sounds like a douche. So, can I, like, use his dad's bed to level up? Is that a thing that I can do? Doesn't look like it. Well, fuck. Ah, Dungeon World. Hi, funny man. Aw, thanks. It was fun. It was a fun game. It was a fun game of Dungeon World. Okay, have I talked to this fella?
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions
Hi,
for you.
F-Nord.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off.
I'm not
Journalist.
a journalist. I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still,
I've
here I
seen
am.
2 already.
Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Wait. This guy is that kid's dad.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
Ah, shit.
According to you, physicians are scarce
Oh, no,
in this part
F-Nord.
of town. Why is that?
Yeah, I am
Not
still enjoying my
familiar
game.
with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy
Oh.
colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Are you gonna knock me out now?
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes
I thought
me
this was
buttons
the
more
kid
than he
was
should.
the son of the guy in the hospital, but he's not.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever
Arcanautic.
occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Damn.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane.
My sweet
She gave the boy
Jane.
confidence.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. People won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor.
That's easy for you to say,
Yeah,
Doctor. I'm poor as shit.
My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane. Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants.
She is a nice
I
girl.
offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson. Who's this lady? I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling, but I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor, Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick, though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
She a prostitute?
Tell me about
Are you
yourself.
a
Are
prostitute?
you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest
Is
in your
this a
work.
prostitute?
I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
No judgment. No
I always
judgment.
thought I was the master of my own
I got
fate.
turned into a vampire. Same,
But
same.
now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Oh, yeah? Do you want to tell me about...
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Arcanautic. I suck people, you suck people. We're basically the same.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Considering your line of work,
Considering all
I
the
assure
sex you
it is
have,
only a matter of time
harlot.
before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She
What?
came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best
Try not
you
to
can.
become a vampire like I did. Who this motherfucker?
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town?
No.
Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry,
Not at all.
I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Yeah, so what's up with your whole life? Tell me about yourself. No newspapers are talking about this
Why are the
epidemic?
newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish
Yeah, why
influenza?
didn't I know about this before
It's
it happened
as
to
though
me?
none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
I mean, but like, you need to tell people about this shit. People shouldn't be demoralized by deadly diseases. It's only logical.
I served in France. Our top priority must be to put an end to this butchery.
Oh,
This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and untold war
I
is
know.
going on, and it must be stopped.
I mean, what are you doing here after sunset? You might get bitten in the neck by a vampire or something.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after
You
sunset?
might die on
He goes where
accident.
none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
Except for about the influenza.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same.
Yeah, they do a lot of,
Whitechapel
like,
is the crucible
moving
of
around.
so many
They don't
untold
really
stories
stand
and
still.
tragedies. I want people to know them.
Okay, so there's a new hint.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
Totally. It's not a simple epidemic.
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I
Yeah,
would
let's
say
get
the
this guy to
same.
be like
Some
a
of the sick I
conspiracy
saw or
theorist
heard of.
reporter.
My God, what happened to them?
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work.
I mean, she didn't
Do
say
you
anything about her
believe her?
body.
Of
You
course I
just
do.
assumed that.
Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Everyone will die, though, before it'll matter.
Welcome to the flock.
Ah, oral fixation! Thank you so
Goodbye,
much for
Mr.
that
Darby.
sub! Welcome to the flock. Enjoy your month of free emotes, courtesy of Twitch Prime. Yeah, get that Twitch Prime sub up in her. Free subs are my favorite subs. I mean, there's good subs that aren't free, but the free ones are real good. Oh, I'd already been here, but I just like unlocked a shortcut now. I'm not entirely sure where I am at any given point in time. I'm not great with directions, and there's a lot of running around. Okay, so there's nothing up here. Why did I go up here? I just wanted to go up here, I guess. It's always fun to do the little vampire jumpy jump. What's this? Quarantine, influenza, keep out. Should definitely go in there. Some weird old church. A small flower bouquet with a voucher for a free medical checkup hidden between the flowers. Camellia. Is that her?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Did you hide this here?
I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls.
Hey, I've watched that
But
show.
I mean you no harm, truly. I know you understand what I'm saying.
Do
Your
I?
silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane.
Oh, she's the mute
Please
florist.
tell me about her secret dispensary.
Please, Camellia.
A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever.
Stubborn and mute. Can she write?
Very well. Goodbye then.
So I gotta find more stuff about her so that I can entice her to, like, talk to me. Yeah, I saw your voucher in the flowers. Whitechapel Old Road. I don't think that this is... Okay, so there's the hospital with supposedly a hideout. There's the North Docks, West End. This whole area is Whitechapel. But this is where I'm supposed to investigate Darius Petrescu. And I... haven't really done that.
It's locked.
Can I talk to her
Hello.
more?
Very
No. Okay, so...
There is something going on in this district.
There's something going on in this district. I kind of wish the game had a mini-map. It does have a mini-map, but it doesn't really tell you... Well, not a mini-map, like a regular map. But it doesn't really give you much to go on, you know?
You are blinded by your false faith.
Oh, hey, look.
By your daily routine.
I want to be blinded by my false faith. Yeah, I do like the mute florist is a good one. Oh, right, there was nothing up there. I forgot. No minimap helps with the immersion. Yeah, for sure.
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to...
Yes,
Soon
please.
the time will...
Okay.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son.
Don't apologize, my
Father
son.
Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist?
No, I'm a doctor.
You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
What the fuck do you mean?
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
He's probably dead.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
You sent
As a
your son
true
to
believer.
die.
Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
I mean, fearing evil and succumbing to it are not mutually exclusive.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a
Which is?
judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek
I mean,
are
he
based on
sent
facts.
someone he considered close enough to be his son into, like, some really dangerous shit.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like
He
the
does,
liberal
Thor. I'll show
ideas
you
of
when we get out of
nurses,
this discussion.
But I especially abhor that Nurse Crane.
I
you
hate
mentioned.
doctors.
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Wow, what a dick.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in our country.
Are you a communist?
That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics. Meh.
I have had enough for tonight.
Oh,
Goodbye.
those women and their politics. Meh. Damn those women and their politicking. Shouldn't be allowed if you ask me. Oh, there's some motherfuckers back here. Oh, and just a random other guy appears from fucking nowhere. Oh, stop! Ah, butts! When was the last time it saved? Oh, fuck. Autosave is the worst. When was the last time it saved? Oh, okay. Fairly recently. I did get gang chewed. And the thing was is that there was only one of them, and then, like, as soon as I jumped on him, 3 more appeared from fucking nowhere. Is this fella alive? No, that one's dead. So where did the other fucking dudes come from? See, there's one person. One. But as soon as I fucking... There. They actually just appeared from literally nowhere. God damn it. Full Metal Punk, welcome back! God damn it. I don't have enough blood energy to do anything. Thank you for renewing your Twitch Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Oh, I just walked right into that. Yeah, but you have to, like, stun them. And sometimes I can't stun them, you know? Sometimes it's difficult to stun the dead folk. Can't you just use your channel divinity to turn them? I'm not a cleric, I'm a doctor. Oh, right. His eyes. Let me see if I can... Yeah, he's got some vampire eye bullshit going on. You see that? It's pretty dark, but... Being both a vampire and a cleric would suck. I mean... You could probably figure it out. I feel like you could figure it out. what's up?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask
just
you
be,
a few
like,
questions.
Please
afraid?
be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard
A
Nethercott.
poet, of course.
Yours.
Of course he's a poet hanging out in a fucking cemetery.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Hi,
Oh, why
Willem
should
Dafoe.
I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved,
What?
say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary
12 more subs till I
exposures.
read
Thank you,
horrible
Doctor.
vampire
But we
fiction
both
that I wrote in
know
high
the
school.
seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
That's bullshit.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city.
Oh yeah,
no.
he's like
What are you
Thanos.
talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
This guy's a dick. Quite a unique point of view.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave.
Yes, quite
You
enjoyable.
have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if
Oh,
I
I'm
veiled
already
my
being hunted by
feelings?
slayers.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to
doing
come
the
see it for
NPC
myself,
shuffle.
alone.
Are you...
But this is...
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
Okay.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you, for a start, my dear Doctor.
No, I wouldn't help you. I'd let you die. Probably.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott. Why seek
Nethercott?
inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and
Nethercott?
challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir, Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can
Oh,
you tell
that
me
that
about
mute
Camellia?
Not
florist.
much. And that's the
Hi,
beauty
Londo.
of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery.
Bella's laying. She's
Exhales
sleeping. She's
kindness
not
and
feeling really great.
sweetness.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
You don't know her?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives?
No, part
whom
of
she
it's
may
the
know?
mystery,
Maybe I'd
right?
prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Can I make this guy chase after her?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles, and the arid hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox, the stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid,
Sure.
of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel
I
is
hate this
made
guy. I should kill him.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
Me
I
too,
didn't.
Londo.
of. But I thank you for this information, sir.
Why did I tell
Only
him that?
enriches the mystery surrounding the precious Camellia.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
I hope that you die.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her.
Hi,
Whatever she may
Shaman.
be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I'll leave you alone.
Peace
sir.
out, Girl Scout. What was that? Editor refusal letter. Dear Mr. Nethercott, thank you for sending your book of poems, Songs from the Defeated City, which we found as interesting and profound as we told you the first time we received it. Alas, in terrible times our country is currently facing, you must understand that such a title would be totally inappropriate for any publication. Thus, since you still refuse to change your title and demand the full publication of or none of your work, I'm sorry to announce to you that Sycophant Publishing will choose the second option. Yeah, fucking that sucks. I should go talk to that guy again. I heard that you're not getting published.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to
I don't
you
know that
too,
you
my
can
good sir.
change
Can I be
people
of
into
any help?
vampires. I already know who I would change if I could.
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir.
You're
I
fucking
don't.
broke, aren't
I
you?
work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
People don't appreciate my art, chat.
Still, you don't seem to suffer from poverty.
With thanks to my parents, actually. I'm afraid
I wish
would
I had
not
rich
be able to
parents.
live on my own
Yeah,
without
Thelma.
their help.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
I wish that I could get a bunch of
I'll leave
money
you
from
alone,
my
sir.
parents so that I could just fucking do whatever, but my parents are also poor. Do you like my song? I thought it was great. I thought I had a good song. Dude, can you stop with the fucking poetry? Hi, Galchenko.
Hello again, miss.
Tell me about Richard Nethercott.
Tell me about Richard Nethercott.
Mute person.
I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
Yep. I
Very
can't
well.
get anything out of her.
Goodbye then.
There's no reason to talk to her. She's not going to talk back because she's mute.